Hi everyone. Today I would like to talk about one of the most powerful lessons I have been learning on my own healing journey. It's not about success. It's not about confidence. It's even not about boundaries. It's about one tiny word. No. There was a time in my life, yes, came out of my mouth, even before I had a chance to ask myself what I truly wanted. Someone asked me for my time. I said yes. Someone asked me for a favor, which is I didn't have a room for. I said yes. And someone crossed a line I never agreed to. And still, I said nothing. And every single time, a small part of me would shrink a little. A quiet voice inside me would say, "Why didn't you speak up? Why didn't you just say no?" I used to think saying yes made me kind, made me easy to love, made me safe from being judged, rejected, or even seen as difficult. But one day during my own journey of healing and self-discovery, I realized something profound. The problem was not about people kept asking. The problem was just I never gave myself a permission to say no. And then I asked myself even deeper question. Why? Why was one little word so difficult? And the answer surprised me. It was not because I was kind. It was not because I loved people too much. It was because deep inside, I didn't fully value myself. You know, when we struggle saying no, it's usually not about the other person. It's about the relationship we have with ourselves. Somewhere underneath our automatic yes is often a quiet belief that my needs are not as important. I don't want anyone to be disappointed. What if they don't like me? What if they judge me? And what if saying no make me a bad person? You see, those fears, those beliefs all point to the same place, a wound of unworthiness. When we don't believe we are worthy enough, we look outside of ourselves for approval. We try to earn love by being available. We try to earn acceptance by agreeing. And we try to earn belonging by sacrificing ourselves. And without realizing it, we become a people pleaser. Not because we are weak, but because we are afraid that if we disappoint others, we will lose their love. But the truth is, when you don't feel worthy, every yes becomes the way of asking, "Please accept me." You know, I'll be honest with you, learning to say no has not been easy for me. It's not like a switch that you flip once and it's done. It's a habit, and for a long time, my habit was compulsive agreement. Just saying yes, just go along, just keep the peace, even if the peace was costing my own peace. And every time I disagree with someone or said no to a request, I felt guilt rise up in me immediately, as if disappointing someone else was a crime, and keeping myself comfortable was selfish. But slowly, through practice, through failing, and trying again, I began to understand something that changed everything for me. People are often not completely fine when I say no. The discomfort I fear was mostly a story I was telling myself, not a truth that other people were actually holding against me. And when I started being clear about what I wanted and didn't want, instead of staying silent and quietly resentful, something shifted. I realized that clarity is not selfish. Clarity is a form of respect. Respect for other person and respect for myself. When you begin to reclaim your no, something remarkable starts to happen in your life. You start focusing more on yourself, not from the place of ego, but from the place of self-honoring. You stop living life by default and begin living by choice. You become more productive because your time and energy are no longer scattered across everyone else's priorities. You create space for what actually matters to you. You make a decision with intention instead of guilt. Your confidence grows, not because people approve of you, but because you approve of yourself. Every healthy boundaries strengthen your self-worth, and honest conversation builds self-respect. Every time you honor yourself, you begin loving yourself a little bit more, and people notice. Not because you become louder, but because you become more authentic. You become magnetic because you know your worth. You naturally attract healthier friendship, healthier relationship, more opportunity, because your energy begins saying, I respect myself, and the world respond to that energy. And now saying no doesn't mean becoming cold. It doesn't mean pushing people away. There is an art of saying no. The art of saying no with kindness, with honesty, and with clarity. Instead of saying yes and secretly feeling resentful later, you simply speak your truth with respect. So how do we actually practice this in the way that feel good, not just for us, but for other people around us? First, pause before you answer. You do not owe anyone an immediate yes. A simple saying, let me think about it and get back to you, give you a space to check in with yourself first. Second, be honest but kind. You don't need to make excuse. Just say, I appreciate you thinking of me, but I can't take this on right now. Third, release the guilt that follows. Guilt after saying no is often just an old habit talking. Does not mean you did something wrong. Just let it pass through you, like a wave, without holding on to it. And fourth, remember, saying no to something is often saying yes to something else. To your peace, your energy, your priorities, and to yourself. And just remind yourself, no doesn't need a long explanation. You don't need to defend your decision. You don't need everyone to understand. Your no is complete because your feelings are valid. And most of the time, people usually respect us more when we are clear. When we are unclear, people become confused. But when we are honest, everyone knows where they stand. That is the respect to yourself and also the respect for others. Before we finish today, I'd love to invite you into a few moments of stillness. Please close your eyes. honesty over approval. I choose peace over guilt. I choose self-respect over people pleasing. With every breath, I return home to myself. May I have the courage to honor my truth. May I trust that the right people will respect my boundaries. May I remember I have always been worthy. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If today's message speaks to your heart, please share it with someone who may need to reminder. And always remember, every time you lovingly say no to what no longer serves you, you are saying yes to the life your soul has been waiting to live. I will see you in the next video.